here in the kitchen doing dishes, and I see this outside. I'm gonna have to go check it out. That's Johnny, sorry. He's watching the Wiggles. Okay, I need to go see what this is because from here, it looks like a bird has been shot. Which, if that's the case, I'm not gonna be happy. Let's go out and see. We don't go outside much, just to hang laundry on warm days. I need a stick or something. Does Chase have a stick? I don't see a stick. I see feathers, feathers, feathers. Oh gosh. Oh, down here, sorry. Well, I don't know what to do. All right, well, I guess I'll have to put it in a bag or something. Put him in the garbage. That's too bad. I'm just turning it on. I don't know if I'll use any of the footage. I don't know if I'm even in the shop.
Yeah, a little bit. Just the coffee, the important thing.
Yeah.
And a cat.
Lots of kitties.
Oh, he's so cute.
Now I feel better.
Yeah.
I'm crying away.
It was too tempting. So.
All right. Well, that was yesterday. What's today? Monday? So the bird, I didn't want to touch it too much, but to me, it looked like it had been shot. I won't go into details why, but I will say it doesn't look like it was attacked by another animal, in my opinion, because when my cats used to be outside cats and inside cats, they would always catch birds and all kinds of other animals. My two big cats, they would catch all kinds of things. And there would be feathers all over the yard. So that wasn't the case this time. So, yeah, so that was gross. I put it in a bag, put it in the garbage, and then Benjamin's like, you sure you don't want to call animal control? I'm like, it's too late. It's dead. He's like, well, they may need to check it for diseases and stuff. And it got busy, and I forgot to call them. So, yeah, maybe I'll call and still tell them that I had a bird and, you know, what it looked like and stuff, just in case. I don't know what that means. I mean, typically birds don't just fall out of the sky. And here in my neighborhood, yes, we hear things that sound like gunshots. We hear things that sound like fireworks. I can't tell the difference anymore at this point. It's hard to say. So I don't know. I mean, I know there's some sick people out there who enjoy shooting animals with BB guns or whatever kind of devices, slingshots, anything they can get their hands on, you're sick. You're sick in the head. You are. You should be in jail. So anyway, so the bird's gone out in the garbage. And Johnny now has a cold. Ben started first with a cold. Chase thinks he's had a cold the last 2 days, and then Johnny today definitely is nosy and gooky. So, but he's okay, no fever yet. He's actually just got him down to rest on his bed. I've been holding him. He's 22. He's taller than me. I have been holding him for 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours on the sofa. We watched Secret Life of Pets, and then we watched, I think it's still going right now, something about a unicorn, a horse that has turned into a... I'm recording right now. No. FML. Okay. John has a pee-pee accident. Big surprise. Big surprise. Anyway, so we've been sitting on the sofa for 3.5 hours. So I get a break. So I'm coming straight here to talk to you guys. Let me show you this. This I did myself. I hit my hand right here, the other night on the wall, coming back from going to the restroom during the middle of the night. I hit it so hard, I felt like I was going to vomit. You know that feeling? And it's the pain. It's not that you can't tolerate the pain, but the pain just makes you sick. It makes you sick to your stomach. And I just laid down. It's like, okay, if they find me in the morning, at least I'll be laying down already. I mean, very dramatic. It's a hand injury. It's not a head injury, for God's sake, Audrey, grow up. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to take this off. I've had this on for a couple days now. It does help. I have a black, a hard cased one of these kind of thing that I got when I worked at the university. I had some carpal tunnel, and so they had me go get therapy for that, and they gave me this really nice molded thing to go on my hand right here. It looks just like this, same size and everything, but it's probably up in the boxes that I haven't opened and won't open till we move. So that's that. But let me go ahead and unwrap this. Oh my gosh. And Jonathan... because he's not really stable on his feet, he has scoliosis, he holds on to you. So that's a thing. Whoever you are, and you have Johnny, my son, he's going to want to hold on to you. So this is exactly where he holds me, around the wrist right there. Yeah, it looks okay. Let's see. It was swollen, but... it looks okay. And I put this on just to try and protect my skin because, like, this light is garbage. Is that better? Can't really tell. Anyway, I put it on just to help protect my skin, really, because... oh, God, he grabbed me a couple of times after this happened pretty hard. And I'm telling you, it almost brought me to my knees. It's just a pain that just goes right through me. It's awful. Anyway, I took this off because I wanted to show you and talk to you about my ring that I've been wearing. All right, so I've bought this ring. Let me take it off. I bought this ring on Amazon. I'll put some pictures up here so you can get a good look at it. So I bought this because my hands swell up, then they shrink, then they swell up, then they shrink, and it's just a constant pain in the butt. It's like I want to wear a ring when I go outside the house, but I don't want my fingers to feel like they have no blood circulation. And I've put all my other rings away, all of them, except this one. This one is rubber. It was on Amazon for, I think, $17 or so. I sized up. I did get a size 8. I'm normally a 7 on my wedding ring finger. I got the 8 because I knew that I do puff up. And I don't know if the puffing up is from the arthritis or it's menopause or it's just life. I'm not sure. I don't have arthritis like right in this exact section of my finger, but I do have it up top. But for whatever reason, by the end of the day, my hands are always swollen. And I know when I was walking for an hour a day at lunch, when I was working at the school, my hands would be very puffy after my walk. I don't know what was up with that, but they'd get really like, I don't know, I guess edema. They're just filled with water or something. I don't know. I think I wasn't like moving my arms enough. I think you really have to do this. I know it looks Asian or something, the typical. You see these people in the park or wherever. They do it everywhere. But I think you really do have to do the arm movements if you're walking to walk. If you're going on a walk for the purpose of walking. I think you do need to move your arms and stuff. So this ring I have enjoyed so far. It's been about a week or so. It moves with me. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt my skin. It's just silicone. And I saw this on Instagram, believe it or not. So I try not to buy. I try and buy things through Amazon if I can, only because it's easy. I know it's local. I know if I need to return it, it's easy. So instead of going through the company, I do prefer to go straight through Amazon. And that's what I did. And it moves with me. So I may take note that my hand feels a little swollen, but my blood doesn't get cut off. The nerves aren't bothered with the ring. So it moves really nicely with the ring, no matter if my hands are particularly thin in the moment or if they're sweaty and swelled up. So I like this quite a bit. It's got that little bit of a metal rim on it, and it comes in different colors, different shapes. This one's a pear shape. There's hearts, there's rectangles, all kinds. If you just if you just go into Amazon and look it up, you'll find all kinds of rubber bands. And so my husband actually ordered himself a whole package of them. I think he got like 6 different colors. So it's really nice, I mean, it's not diamonds or anything fancy, but it's cute and I like it. And once my hands decide what size they're going to be, then I'll feel more comfortable buying an actual ring. I don't want to have any of my rings sized, and I don't want to spend money, like a lot of money, on getting something that may not fit me on a consistent basis, if that makes sense. Yeah, so check it out on Amazon. I'll put a link for this one down in the description box, so you can just copy and paste that link into your Amazon. There's been so much going on. It can kind of overwhelm us. We have, here in California, we have the fires still going. Those people aren't going to have homes for a long time. I mean, this is not going to be something fast. So everyone's displaced, living in other places, obviously. It's a big deal. It's sad because it's just awful. It's an awful thing. I mean, I'm not even near there, but watching it on TV and, when you think and look at people and go, that's a real person, their actual cat's missing, it probably ran away. It's scared, it's just awful. It's a horrible thing to go through. We also have the earthquakes. That's always fun. And then we have the plane crashings. There's like one thing after another this last 5 days with airlines and things. We have the helicopter hitting the airplane or vice versa, whatever that ends up being. I think it's the helicopter's fault. That's just me. I'm not a professional. I was in the Air Force. I have flown my brother's plane, but I'm not a pilot. Okay, I'm not a pilot. And I don't know a lot about airplanes, even though I love them. I do think it's the helicopter's fault. And please, I'm just going to say, please don't ever get in a helicopter. Please, if you know me, you trust me, don't ever get in a helicopter unless your life depends on it. They are not safe. They're not safe. I don't care what anyone says. Audrey, it's for our honeymoon. Well, hope you enjoyed being married because it's going to go down. They go down all the time. That you just don't get to hear about them. So no helicopters, please. And then the flight out of the other flight. Was that Philadelphia? I think that one was out of Philadelphia with the little child and mom and doctor and nurse on the flight. How horrible. As the mother of a disabled child, all I can say is I'm glad they're together. You know, if the mom had survived, I don't know how she would have stayed alive. I don't know. And I hope the family is doing okay, which obviously they're not doing okay right now. It's just awful for everyone left behind. It's HE double hockey sticks. It's HELL. It really is. It's hell on earth. I'm sorry. That's what you get when these things happen. It's awful. Awful. Then we have, I think, a American Airlines plane taxiing on the runway on the tarmac somewhere, and they hit an older gentleman who was working on the runways there in his little car truck thing that he drives around on the tarmac. I don't know if he's okay. He had a head injury. Hopefully he's okay. Then we had a plane taking off, and I think it was the right engine was on fire. So you have to abort. You have to abort taking off all of a sudden, and then come down. Where can you come down if that's at all possible? Runways are so tight and they're so squeezed into these really tight locations. Every inch of property there at the airport is very valuable. Really, we need airports, runways. We need runways to be like twice the length because garbage is happening and they got to abort or they touch and go and they got to come around again and not land. There's a lot that happens. Yes, it's safe. Airplanes are very safe. Absolutely true. More so than planes or than cars. Absolutely true. Is it scary enough to stop me from flying? 100% no. Mm-mm. If I could go to England right now, I would get on a plane and go. Pretty much anywhere. Well, not anywhere, but you know what I'm saying. Somewhere where I want to go. Yeah, that's not going to stop me. And I've heard that sitting in the back is safer. I don't know. I just don't know. Just keep your seatbelt on. We had that one lady here flying from Southern California to Northern or Bay Area. I think was she trying to get to San Jose? I don't know. Somewhere here, close by. She got sucked out of the window. Now, that was like a freaky accident thing. The window popped out. But we can't stop living our lives. We cannot. You just have to be positive. You got to have good thoughts. I always have to touch the plane before I get into the plane. As I'm stepping in, I have to touch the plane and give it some good energy. I just do that. I do it. I need to connect with the plane. I know it's weird. I need to connect with the plane. My energy is your energy. Let's have fun. Let's have a good flight. You can tell on the plane who's taking drugs or not. You can tell some people as soon as they get on the plane, they put a hood over their head. They're out. out for 14 straight hours. They're gone. You don't see them get up. You don't see them move. They don't eat, nothing. And you know, if that's what you have to do and able to get to where you want or need to go, I support you. I support you. It's definitely something that can be worked on. Now, yes, flying's very expensive and it's time consuming. So it's not like it's something that can, for most, it's not something everyone can cure in one flight or two flights. You know, like me, sometimes I would fly anywhere from 6 to 8 times. So times that times 2. If I went on 6 vacations in a year, that's 12 flights. So that's a lot. And you do get used to the sounds in the plane. For example, there's different kinds of runways. There are some runways that are short. I don't like the short runways. Here's why. Okay. When you take off and you're in a big full-blown 747 or whatever, one of the big ones, not all the planes can be in a short field strip. Some planes just can't do it. They're too big. They can't do a short field landing or takeoff. So when you do one of these short takeoffs, this is what we have in San Jose. And they basically gun it. So you're on the runway and they gun it, you know, full throttle. And then you're lifting off. No, it's not in San Jose. It doesn't have short field. Anaheim, Orange County Airport, John Wayne International Airport has a short field landing and takeoff because of the residents around the area. For me, I don't care. You can take off on my roof. I love it. I love the sound of airplanes. Okay, but most people don't, and they don't appreciate it. So you're getting on you're going to take off, and they will normally tell you, the pilot will tell you what's going to happen, because if you're not used to it, you're going to notice a difference and you may panic, but there's really nothing to panic about. It's just, I don't know, not super fun for me. So you gun it, you take off, and then it sounds like the engine dies. Did we just stall? Are we flying with no engines right now? Because it feels like we're stalled. All of a sudden, there's absolutely no sound. No, that's done on purpose. The plane's not stalled. It's just they have to basically turn off the noise. They have to, lower the throttle and stuff till they get up a little bit higher and a little further out towards the ocean. And then they crank it back up. And then, you're kind of over the ocean at that point, and then you're going back up to San Jose or wherever. And when you're landing, like if you come from San Jose, you fly down to Orange County, and you're landing, they say, we're going to do a short landing, make sure everything's the way it's supposed to be. Hold on to your stuff because it could come out of the underneath your seat. And the only thing is when you land, let's see if I can do this right. So when you're landing, normally you have a little bit of way, a little bit of road to slow down. Well, here it's more like, stop. So you're here, whoop, and stop. Normally it's, wee, and then you're stopped. So that's a short field landing. So don't be afraid, though. It's just education. Educate yourself. And that's why I'm sharing what I'm sharing today. But don't let that stop you from traveling. And I hate when people say this, but I'm going to say it to you. If it's your time to go, it's your time to go. Well, I understand that. I don't personally care for that sentiment. I don't want to be exploded. I don't want to blow up or be on fire or fall into water. I don't want to. But if I let my fear take over, I will stay here in my bedroom for the rest of my life. And I don't want that for myself, and I don't want that for my family. It's very easy to cave in and not do anything and just stay home. So I encourage you to keep going wherever you want to go. That's my advice, my 2 cents. We had Kanye West, his wife last night. I don't watch those shows. I don't support those shows. I don't support those people. I think all of Hollywood and Friends need to be canceled. I do. And I'm Californian. They need to be canceled. I'm sorry. You've done it to yourself. When you can show up basically naked, she did, Kanye's wife, naked. No, thank you. If I want to look at a nice, sexy body, I'll go look in the mirror. And remember what I used to look like when I had a sexy body. I'll just have some memories to think about when I look at myself. No, that's just sick. That's sick. It just feels dirty, you know? Now we have Blake, what's her face, and Ryan Reynolds, and fighting with Justin Baldoni. I mean, come on. I'm disappointed. Blake never cared for her. She needs to be canceled. Ryan, very disappointed. You need to be canceled. And I do think they're in the wrong with Justin Baldoni, but I think Justin Baldoni also should be canceled. That's just me. I don't need it. I don't need this garbage in my life. These people are creating energy that we all have to share. They share it with us without our permission. They're creating this anger and this animosity and these bad feelings over what? Oh, greed and selfishness. But then they put it out in the world for all of us to absorb. No, thank you. I'm going to reject you and your garbage. I don't want your garbage in my head or in my energy. I just don't. So cancel Hollywood. I don't care. Free up the land, free it up. We'll do something else. There used to be orange orchards down in Orange County and all kinds of stuff. I remember dirt roads in the 70s. Not only were there no stoplights, there were no stop signs, and there was no road. It was dirt. And by my house growing up, it was dirt roads, but the orchards there were apricot orchards. So it was very beautiful. But now, as we develop, everything develops, and us humans just make a big mess out of everything. So I got to get some research done right now for some of these crimes going on our planet. I'm just so sick about these people. Just do the right thing. Do the right thing. Learn from your mistakes. Stop the greed. Stop the selfishness, everybody. And don't involve people in your garbage. Whatever that means, I don't know. Well, I appreciate you coming here and watching this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out my other channel where it's all about crime. Shame, shame, shame. Lots of people in prison. It's awful. It's awful. It's shocking. And check me out on Instagram as well. And check out my new book. I have a new book all about loss. I wrote it for you to help support you and remind you we're never alone. Our loved ones are here. And I am getting a spirit here right now as I'm saying this. So they're always around. They are. And I put my heart and my soul and my good energy into this book. And I hope if you do get the book that you feel that goodness that I've tried to send you from here, from my house to yours. All right, you guys take care. I'll see you real soon. Stay safe. Ciao.